Welcome to Denim-wrapped Nightmares, Tipsy Exchange podcast, where we explore the Supernatural series, episode by episode.
Over drinks, we'll discuss the lore, the gore, and what we adore about the Winchesters and their adventures.
I'm Berly, and I'm a new fan of the series.
I'm LA, and I'm here along for the ride. Now let's get tipsy.
Hello, LA.
Hey, Berly.
On our last episode, titled Sacrifice, with Crowley, guest star Mark Shepard, poised to undo all the good they've ever done as hunters, Sam and Dean find themselves cornered. But with Kevin's, guest star Osric Chow, help, the Winchester brothers bound into one last play against the Demon King. Metatron, guest star Curtis Armstrong, initiates a plan with Castiel, guest star Misha Collins, to take on Naomi, guest star Amanda Tapping, and the bureaucracy of heaven. Elena Huffman and Kim Rhodes, also guest star.
It's a lot of guest stars.
I had to get them all in there.
My goodness.
Good thing I used my speaking in parentheses voice for all of that, though, so that you can easily tell that's what was happening in that sentence.
Oh, yes.
What are we doing today, LA?
Those special features.
Hell yeah. But first, we're going to announce a giveaway. We are giving away... LA wanted me to show it to her while I talked about the giveaway.
I need the reveal.
We're giving away a large Denim-wrapped Nightmares tote bag.
Oh, that's cute. That's big.
Fucking big, too, right? Yeah. This is going to be good for grocery store.
That's what I was thinking.
The beach, pool bag. As we're going into December here. And also in the tote bag, with the tote bag, is a Denim-wrapped Nightmares blood splooge zipper pouch.
How cute.
Perfect for...
Makeup, little bit of makeup, like just.
I was
throw in
thinking
your
like
purse.
pads and tampons because of the blood splooge on the bag.
Okay. Yeah.
But y'all could use it for makeup, toiletries,
Pens,
whatever you want. It's a decent sized little zip bag here. And it works.
Very
So,
nice.
Positive. All right. So that's the giveaway. You'll get this for free. Retail value of, I don't know. It was more than $50 though. So, and you don't have to pay shipping. It'll just get sent to you.
What do they have to do to sign up?
Well, in order to enter the giveaway, we want you to post on your favorite social platform about why you adore Denim-wrapped Nightmares. Tag our account and use the hashtag DWNPod. That's DWNPod. Denim-wrapped Nightmares is on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Tumblr, Twitter, and YouTube. You can just share why you like us in general, talk about your favorite episode and our coverage on it, or talk about your favorite Denim-wrapped Nightmares episode, because I think some of our best episodes on the podcast were not necessarily the best episodes on the show. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
They don't always align, right? So go ahead and do that. Tell your friends about the pod, why you like the pod. Tag us and use the hashtag so we know you're doing the giveaway. And we will contact the winner on social and let them know that they have won the prize.
Are you gonna give them a shout out on like our next episode?
Oh, sure. We can do that. Yeah, we can do a shout out whenever we start season 9 because it's going to be a while, guys. We'll talk a little bit more about that toward the end of today's episode. But yeah, we could give them a shout out in season 9. Also, not part of the giveaway, but as always, we appreciate it if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Facebook, Audible, Podcast Addict, or Good Pods. The only reason why that's not part of the giveaway is that there's no way for us to contact you in this method. People's usernames on these platforms are not always going to line up to their socials, and just there's no way for us to get in touch with you. But we really do appreciate them, and we'll read them on the show whenever we have them available. Speaking of, we actually have a couple. These were submitted through our fan comments that you can contact on our webpage. The link is actually in the show notes for you to text us your review. You can also comment on Spotify, by the way, on specific episodes, letting us know stuff. But this is a fan text that we received. It said, after 8 seasons of podcast, this podcast is still as fun since day 1. Love, laugh, cried, even puked in my mouth a little, as Meg would say. And Supernatural wrapped in a nutshell quote from Dean Winchester. A wise man once told me, family don't end in blood, but it doesn't start there either. Family cares about you, not what you can do for them. Family's there through the good, the bad, all of it. They got your back, even when it hurts. That's the fandom in a nutshell. Thanks, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl.
That was lovely.
I loved it. And then we also have another one. Denim-wrapped Nightmares is amazing.
Oh.
Berly and LA's chemistry is wonderful. Together, they make me as a fan feel seen, saying all the things that I don't always say out loud. They have given me new perspective on episodes I maybe didn't appreciate before. These ladies give the SPN family the best moments to enjoy again and again.
Oh.
So thank you guys. We love your reviews. Again, not for the giveaway, but we'll still read them on the podcast and appreciate them. And when we're not feeling great about ourselves, maybe go back and read them again, you know, like just normal things that people do. So what are we doing again today, LA?
Okay. We are going to go over the special features for season 8.
There weren't that many.
But I liked these way better than past seasons.
Right. Like, I don't need to be cluttered with special features personally.
Well, it was almost like sometimes the past ones, they did too much. It was
That's what I'm saying,
too into detail about the storylines that they chose or something. And this was nice.
Like, I'll never forget that one lore where we watched and it's like, but are Michael and Lucifer brothers? Yeah. And it's like, it was never answered. They just asked the question like 15 times throughout the entire featurette.
It was too much.
Yeah.
These were perfect, though. It was we had 3 and then a gag reel.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them. They were about 20-ish minutes each one.
Yeah, and there was also some episodes with commentary, but we haven't done those on any of the seasons thus far. We're still planning to go back and watch all of the episodes that had commentary on them after we finish the entire series.
So, well, for each of these, there were many people on each little segment.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get a lot of names, but I know I missed some, so please forgive me.
Robert Singer looked good in that green shirt.
He did.
That was a good
color.
color.
So did Ben
him.
Edlund.
Ben Edlund looked so cute.
Yeah.
Whenever he came on, we were both like, ah!
Yeah.
He looks almost the same. Like his hair color is different now. Like he's not coloring his hair or anything, so that's gone completely different. But just like his face was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I'll just
So yeah, so I guess up front I'll just list off who was in it that I was able to write down, and then because I'm not gonna, my notes are a little scattered, so it's like I didn't catch every quote from whoever was saying it. But
you
I got
didn't
to write
ask
down.
Ben about his scrunchies.
Oh, I forgot.
You did. Another
Next time. Yeah. In this first one, it was titled "Finding Supernatural: Creating the Found Footage" episode, which was Bitten.
And I'll say right off the bat, we got our answer. We wondered why Jensen Ackles didn't direct that episode, and holy shit, it needed a veteran director like Thomas Wright.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's crazy because you think you didn't have the proper camera operators working on it, so you would think, oh, it's going to be easier.
Mm-hmm. Same.
But no, it was really interesting.
It's really detailed. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we had, was it Robbie Thomas as a writer?
Thompson.
Yeah, I just can't read. Robbie Thompson was a writer on this one. Todd Arenar. Producer. Thomas Wright was the director. Phil Segrisha.
Cutie patootie.
Producer. Jeremy Carver, producer. John McCarthy was the first AD. Serge.
The sweetness.
And Don Koch.
Coke
was the editor.
Cock. We're going with Cock.
Okay. And I think that's everybody I wrote down.
I think it was probably Coke as well, but I'm still going to say Cock. Don Cock.
Did I say Jeremy Carver?
Yes.
Okay. Adam Glass, right?
Oh, yeah. We had to go back and find him. Wait, was he on this one?
Was he not?
There were so many people.
I know.
Like only 3 featurettes, but so many people.
Well, and that was like, as I was doing my notes, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to keep up with who's saying what. So I'm just going to have who was there and then.
I think you've done good coverage.
Okay. Well, I liked that. I think it was Adam Glass. I could be wrong. But he was saying that Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver are the ones that said yes to doing a found footage episode to begin with when they pitched it to him. And I can't remember.
It was Robbie Thompson, because Robbie Thompson wrote it.
And they said they approved it. They said yes to the found footage episode. And I think it was Jeremy Carver when he was kind of talking about in the beginning when they were talking about it. It was very much, they were thinking of Blair Witch or Chronicle, and just about how the footage, I think he said it's almost naughty.
Yeah, he did.
I liked that.
I liked how he said it too.
Yeah. He's like, it's naughty.
It's naughty.
But they were talking about just how this found footage makes it very real and almost a little scarier because it's more grounded in reality to us, the way we're viewing it. And they do reference going back to one of the first times they did it with Ghostfacers, which I love. They decided to break up the story, which was originally just that little love triangle. But then they broke it up, and it's pretty much all just unfolding in front of your eyes as we go through the episode. The young actors are the camera people, and they realized, with this particular episode, Sam and Dean weren't even going to be in it very much. So they kind of had to rethink how they were going to do that and put them into the found footage as well.
The 3 actors were adorable.
They were. And you could tell they were so excited to be the ones working the camera. But then even when the director came over and he was talking with, I think,
Brian, who was played by Lee Parker.
Yes. And just giving him, they were almost getting onto them for being too good.
Right.
It was funny. He's like, it's too good. It needs to be messier.
A little slop it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Slop it up a little bit. And just the cheesy grins that they had on their faces when they were talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And just what a unique experience for 3 young actors.
Right. And you could tell they had so much fun. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, but the chemistry between them was adorable as well. Like, you could tell the 3 of them really bonded. And I feel like that helped translate in the episode. Like you really felt like you were seeing this little trio having to go through these major obstacles here. It was really cute.
Yeah.
I'm happy they included them in that little interview with them on the couch.
Me too.
And everything.
I know the one guy had his arm around her and everything. I mean, they were squished on that little couch, but it was cute.
But it was so cute. And I wouldn't have minded. I would have been fine.
Right.
Mike, guest star Brandon Jones.
Right. I liked that it was, I think Serge was the one that said the actors were a little too good with the camera work. And I think that surprised everybody, which is cool. But even the editor had to change some things when he was editing. I think he said he had to make it even grittier and kind of almost dirty it up a little bit because it was too clean for what they were the vision they had.
Look. Yeah. Thomas Wright was really cute working with the actors too.
Yeah.
Being so patient with them and like demonstrating to them like, okay, I want you to kind of sit on the chair and like, you're aware of the camera, but like, don't be overly on it. And
you can tell, just such mutual respect too. Just the vibe of the whole set that they show, even like the first AD, John McCarthy and everybody, it was like so chill and calm, especially with it being such a different setup. How, was it Thomas Wright? Thomas Wright was in a completely different room. They couldn't see what was actually being filmed.
Yeah, he was saying like because it was those handhelds, there was no way to wire them to Video Village.
Right.
So he couldn't see anything on the screens. Didn't he say that he even had to tell the actors that one of you is going to have to yell cut to let me know when the scene is done?
And I think he said they had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what an odd setup. You would think everybody would be like stressed doing something completely different and new and kind of out of the box. But it was seemed like such a chill vibe. And I love that they talked and kind of went a little more in depth in the scene where the actor changes into the werewolf in the mirror.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was really interesting to see how that they transitioned all of that. Plus when he was talking about editing it.
And we even got to see them putting in his contacts and everything. That was really interesting.
He looked like he was having a good time getting those teeth in and everything.
Right?
Too.
He was having fun with it.
Yeah.
And he was so serious whenever Thomas Wright was like explaining to him what to do and like but I don't want to look down. And Thomas Wright, like, calming him down, like, no, it's fine. You're videotaping yourself, so it's fine. It makes sense for you to look down and see that you're doing what you want to do and zooming in and getting it right. And
that they wanted just that close-up shot
tight close-up
of his eyes. And man, he did. I mean, granted, I think it was like the second take or something. Who knows what? But I was impressed.
Right.
He did exactly what he told him to do.
Well, there was a part later on where Kate, played by Britt Sheridan, where they were really praising her because they were saying this was like panning back and forth and having to do all this and with the pacing and all these kinds of things that can be difficult, but she got it done in one shot.
It was good too, because especially when you have to pan, sometimes it goes so fast and it like gives you whiplash, but she just did it like perfectly. And I think they said it was perfect. They didn't have to do anything to it except for just the audio.
The audio, yeah. Which we made the joke during that episode that when she zoomed in, the microphone picked up the audio better for some reason.
Oh, yeah. And then another thing that was interesting was that they didn't use any of their composers. They almost virtually removed any music except for that Milo Green song that he puts on in the beginning. I think Phil Scracia said, you hear it in the beginning, you hear it in the end. And then they had little bits of like just the music throughout. So that was like the one thread of music going through the whole episode, which I didn't even recognize. But then as soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. Why did I don't know why that was so surprising to me when he said it, but I was like, that's so smart. The next one was for the defense of mankind, the tablets revealed, which you revealed that you were tired of the tablets.
I know. I was like, oh, we're going to learn about the tablets. But, man, I hope they're done. Because tablet this, tablet that. We found out in the featurette they're not done. They're apparently not done. And that's okay. It's just like 2 seasons of tablets now. Yeah. I'm like...
Well, and that's one of the things they said when they started out with the Leviathan tablet.
Oh, well, I guess they're going to have to use the angel tablet to fix heaven, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. That actually makes sense.
I mean, maybe they'll take care of it real quick in the first couple episodes.
Maybe.
And then we'll move on.
I doubt it.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to...
But that's okay.
Give you hope.
That's okay. I'll survive.
Okay. Well, this one pretty much had everybody in it, but plus Adam Glass. And was Edlin in this one? I think he was just...
I think Ben Edlund was in it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Again, forgive me if I forget some people that were in it. There were so many.
There were so many guest stars.
But I think with this season and the tablet storyline, they were saying how most of their episodes are kind of procedural. And they felt like with the tablets, it was a little more adventurous. They were going on a journey. And I like, somebody said it was like, somebody told them it was Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of journey that they're going to go on through this season.
It's just like with the MCU and the stones and the whatever, yeah.
Well, and what was it they said a couple times, like with something from our history that's just like woven throughout society, things like that. Like you said, it's...
Well, they were just talking about like the mythology of like having to seek something out, like the Holy Grail or the Spear of Destiny. Like there's all these stories of having to seek out this thing that was going to somehow give you something. And in this case, what the tablets were going to give them was information that they wouldn't have been able to get anywhere else.
Right. But they said after 2 years on the Leviathans, they felt like it was time that they could get back to the angels and demons, but they just in kind of a different way this time with the tablets.
We've done God's apocalypse. Now let's come up with one of our own. Let's fuck up heaven and hell.
Yeah, again, Bobby Singer and Jeremy Carver. Bobby? Oh my God. Bob Singer and Jeremy Carver were the ones that kind of thought up the Herculean trials.
Oh, yeah.
To kind of throw the boys through the gauntlet. Which, I mean, with the trials and everything going on, but they did touch on a lot how hard it is for Dean to really be seeing Sam doing the trial and everything and not him, and how that's affected both of them.
What did Rob Singer say? He said something like, Dean's pretty much like, I'm dead. You're going to live till 80 eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I was like, what's a sandwich got to do with it?
Oh, he's going to die eating like a ham sandwich.
At like 80. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah, Mark Shepard and Misha pop in for commentary on this one, too. And they just touch on, I liked that, Jared and Jensen come in, too, I think. that they seemed a little worried at the beginning of this because they were. I think Jared was the one who said, "I didn't sign up to be on a show about religion."
Right.
And Jensen kind of said something similar, but obviously they didn't take it down that road. But they mentioned how even Aboriginal tribes had totems, and so there's all this things of making something mythological or
it's like the Dead Sea Scrolls,
right?
Like stuff like that.
Something tangible, almost like proof, like for us to believe our beliefs in a way,
right?
And they talked about how with Kevin, he's this oracle prophet, and he can see patterns in life, and then he can make the predictions. And instead of having this sage-like wizard or something, they decided to make it just an everyman person who became this prophet. And how, most people think, oh, this is great to be something like that.
I've been chosen.
Yeah, but no, no, he doesn't want it at all.
Yeah. They're like, but in our world, it's like, oh, fuck, I'm a prophet.
Yeah. And then he, too, has to go on this journey to, what I think they were saying about heroes, where he has to go on the journey to kind of earn the hero status at the end. And, it's not like he can just, he sees it and it's there.
Well, and also he doesn't want it, right? He's a reluctant hero. He's accepted that it's his responsibility, but fuck, would he give it to somebody else in a heartbeat if he could? Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so like Kevin's storyline is not really the story of the myth, but the story of the chosen one, like you said. And so they touched on all of those little things.
They acknowledged that, he's not Kevin Tran. I'm an AP student. Like, he's a very different character now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very true. Like, he's been through it.
Yeah.
Through a journey.
Well, we've touched on how each little time he does something, out of the blue for him, we're impressed. He's growing. He's getting through it.
Adapting.
Yeah. So that was kind of the gist of that one, mainly. Which I was like, they didn't even really talk too much about the tablets. It was more about, like, angels and demons and Kevin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like the tablets are real. They just kind of talked about where their thought process was and coming up with them.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention the Emerald tablet, which is the thing that we thought was the inspiration for the tablets. Hang on. Let me see here. The Emerald tablet. Yeah, the Emerald, quick little Google AI summary here. The Emerald tablet is a cryptic foundational text of alchemy traditionally attributed to Hermes. It is a short, influential document that has been interpreted in many ways, with its most famous line being, as above, so below. So, yeah, and it's like nobody really knows that it actually ever even existed, and nobody's ever seen it, and all this kind of stuff. And so that's what we did our lore on. And so I kept waiting for them to bring up the Emerald tablet, and like, nope, never happened. They just said Spear of Destiny like 10 times.
Yeah. We just
can't win them all, you know?
Yeah. You just dropped some knowledge that didn't have anything to do with it, but whatever.
It was interesting.
Yeah. The next one is Angel Warrior, the story of Castiel.
I thought this was an interesting featurette to have, considering they tried to kill him off completely last season.
Yeah.
And then they brought him back, and now they're like, this is why he's so important.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's explain.
But they did also verbally say what I theorized whenever I said, I understand why the writers decided to kill him off. How can the Winchesters have any obstacles that they need to overcome if they've got an all-powerful angel in their pocket?
Yeah.
So they did blatantly say that, it was becoming a problem because he's too powerful.
Yeah.
How can you come up with any problems with him constantly around? So
I think one of them said he has too much power and connection to heaven, but they had him start, more behaving like a human with emotions and his journey. I think they said that
he's got a cracked chassis.
That, and he's broken, and he kind of represents the brokenness in the human nature. And that, what was it about Dean, that he sees himself as a protector of Dean, but also as Dean's also like a mentor to him. Mm-hmm. And I had thought about that, but just not had it, articulated that way, because I'm not that articulate.
Right. Like I've tried to think about what their relationship is before, because he straight up has said that he's the protector of the Winchesters before. However, you clearly see since his character introduction that he's constantly learning, observing Dean. And so I thought that was articulated really well.
Yeah.
Like he sees himself as both of these things.
As soon as he said that, I thought, I kind of had the thought like,
yeah,
that's exactly it. Oh, I also liked how Misha, they touched on Misha, his choice.
I'd like to touch on Misha.
Okay.
Where's my other angel? When's he coming back?
Oh.
Where's my archangel? He comes back next season, I think.
Really?
9. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, something to look forward to.
Yay! Unless he shows up with another tablet.
Jesus.
Not the Jesus tablet. No. I'm just kidding. He can show up with a tablet.
That's true. Yeah. That first episode where they introduce him, and he really felt that he needed to have a deeper voice, and so since doing that now, he's had to kind of carry it through. And then what did he say?
They were talking about the choices.
Yeah. There was one. I think he said some days he has to go home and have hot lemon water and just have a sore throat after like so many scenes. And good on him as an actor, just following through with
that commitment.
Yeah.
I think it was on Supernatural Then and Now that I heard somebody talking about how people don't realize how deeply he's talking. That one time a guy who was on sound was hearing a weird rattling and couldn't figure out what it was. It was Misha's chest.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the bass, and it was like vibrating the mic, like where they had to go and fix it.
Wow.
And then I was like, I liked when they talked a little bit about Castiel and Crowley kind of being on the opposite side of the same coin there. That they're both kind of rebels. You know, right. Crowley isn't really happy in hell and kind of rebelling against what he should be doing in hell, and then Castiel's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like their methodology isn't the same, obviously, but still.
And then Castiel's kind of conflict of, he's a rebel, but he is conflicted about not doing his duties how he's supposed to, but plus protecting the boys, and then just that interference of the two sometimes. I did like how when they were talking about Dean and Misha's relationship, or not Misha, I'm sorry, Dean and Castiel's relationship, how they called them the odd couple.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. And then when they were talking about how Misha plays the character, like he's like the star man with his cadence, he plays the straight man. He's funny, but he's not in on the joke. He doesn't understand. And then I think you liked that they said he's Data.
Yeah, because I loved Data in Next Generation.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's say it. We're just going to say it. He's our Data. And I was like,
I think it was Adam Glass, wasn't he? He was like, I'm going to get real nerdy on you.
Yeah.
Like, right now.
He did.
And say he's Data.
I liked that Adam Glass had on a Ghostfacers t-shirt.
I did too. And then I was thinking, I want one.
I'll have to see if I can't find one.
Oh, and I did like how they touched on Naomi a little bit too. That not all angels, obviously we know they're not all goody-goody because neither is Castiel, but she's really not. Broadened the idea of the angels in this world. And then I also liked how, when they were talking about how Cass, when he chose to protect the tablet and take it from everybody, it was partly just because that was one of the last pieces of God he had left. Which I was like, oh my God, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, like a last-ditch effort to actually protect heaven and what God had created. Yeah. It was sad.
And I never thought about what a complex character he is, but he really is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was a really... These are the kind of, like, special features that I want to see. Stuff like this, directly from scenes taken from the show and things like that, not necessarily the mythology and all of that behind it. Like that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was just so
much.
Was
tough to get through. I mean, they did a great job, but I just like behind the scenes stuff on set.
Yeah, hearing more about the inspiration for why we wrote it this way, why we took it this way, why we couldn't take it that way.
Yeah.
Here were the obstacles we had to overcome. Here was the thought process behind that. Yeah, I agree.
So these were I really enjoyed these. And then we had the gag reel. But the best part was Jensen face planting.
Right. And they showed it like 4 times.
Yeah.
Jensen face planting. Also, like this is the first time that I feel like they've had multiple clips of showing what a menace Jared Padalecki is on set.
Oh my God, yeah. I would probably get mad at him after a while. Like, stop it.
Well, I mean, there was one point where Misha Collins was like, hang on, fuck you, or something like that.
What was it? Oh, you mean Kevin. Like, you don't even see Jared. It's Kevin and Jensen. Well,
it was Adam Rose.
That too. No, but with Kevin too.
Oh, it did Kevin too.
At the table when Dean's talking to Kevin, and you see him just look over where I guess Jared's sitting next to him, and he's like, "Fuck you, dick."
Like, fucking stop. Yeah. Or like, I liked the Adam Rose one the best, where it's Jensen's back, and they're doing an over the shoulder shot to Adam Rose. And Adam Rose is trying to say his line, and then all of a sudden you hear Jared Padalecki from somewhere off doing something go, "Hey, Adam, look." And then Adam just completely looks like, that was your first mistake, Adam, to look, and then just dies laughing. And I'm like, what did he just do? Did he moon him? Like, what just happened?
Who knows? But yeah, and I like that most of them are off camera when somebody's breaking character because of him.
Because of him, yeah.
And then we liked...
At the beginning, AJ.
Yeah.
The actor who played AJ, Jared tried to throw him off, and he, just picked it up and ran with it. And then whenever the bit part was kind of starting to die down, he just started his dialogue over again for them to run the scene.
It was so good. And Jared was like, "What, are you a fan of the show?" He's like... Or he's like, "You watch the show?" And he said, "Oh, religiously. I TiVo it."
Yeah. And didn't skip a beat.
Right?
Went right into it.
And Jensen wasn't in on it. And then Jared said something about, "Are we going to talk about the TiVo?" And then that's when he picks up the line. He's like, "Okay, let's just start this over.
You're going to owe me a favor. You're the yeah. Oh, so you know about us? Yeah, you're the Winchesters."
Yeah, that's what he.
And then Jared tries to do it again. He watches the show.
And what did Jensen say? "What do you think about us changing Wednesdays?"
To Wednesdays, yeah.
That was all.
It was one of the first things. No, I guess the first thing was Jensen face planting.
Yeah.
But that was one of the first ones, and I got a kick out of that.
I loved that.
It was pretty funny.
And then, this is inappropriate, but Cass and Dean and the, what is that?
Lucifer's tomb.
Yeah. And he's got his hand on his face. And Jensen's like, "Stop pulling my head towards your crotch."
Yeah. I thought that was the funniest. They had these long, drawn-out things where they were doing the, "You're my baby daddy, I love you."
Say it. Say, "I love you." Say, "I love you."
And then Cass "I'm going to put this down. No, I'm going to hit you again." And Jensen going, "Ah," when he got hit. That was all funny. But I thought it was the funniest at the very beginning whenever Jensen was, fighting against him.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm sure they had such a blast.
It was cute. It was a cute little gag reel. Just the right length. And then I always appreciate whenever they show all the pictures from the crew there at the end. Yeah. That's always fun to see, too. So,
yeah, those were our special features. Well, not ours. They're
special features. So what are your overall thoughts on Season 8?
I will be curious to see where they're taking it with these tablets and what's next, I guess.
Yeah, what are they going to do about all these angels?
Mm-hmm.
All these angels running around. If they're all like Castiel, oh, whew. And how are they all going to find vessels? If it has to be special bloodline and all that other kind of stuff. So if there's some angels floating around out there who don't have vessels, are windows just going to randomly be getting blown out in some places? And
yeah.
The trials thing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Having them go through that. I wish they had done a little bit more with Naomi.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I would have liked to have found out a little bit more about what her motivations are, what she was trying to accomplish. It's we just got a little bit of exposition from Metatron about that. I would have liked to have seen that a little bit more, actually, with Naomi.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's we were finally getting past the mystery of her character, and now she's gone.
Yeah. The seasons are so long, it's hard to sometimes think back and be like, okay, which season did this and this?
Yeah, it was so much easier for us to do that when we were in the beginning and going 2 episodes a week also. So we were hammering through these seasons much more quickly. We've had to spread them out, and now that we are at 8 seasons in, they are starting to run together. What was in 8, what was in 7, what was in 6 is kind of blending together for me as well. Well, let's narrow our scope, right? Okay. Rather than looking at the season as an entire being and trying to comment on that, let's look at the episodes.
Okay.
So what was one of your favorite episodes?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you my 2 favorite episodes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Because they're both with Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
So it's Larp and the Real Girl and Pac-Man Fever.
I liked both of those
I think she's a cute dynamic between the 2 brothers, and especially her and Dean. She's like a breath of fresh. I don't know. I like her.
Yeah. Was there anything else you liked about those episodes other than just Charlie?
Well, of course, the LARPing was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Her little montage was adorable. And then when she's saying goodbye to Dean and tells him she loves him and all that. I mean, I really like their relationship. It's cute.
I agree. It was fun to have them in such a unique atmosphere for the LARPing episode. Mm-hmm. That was fun. So I agree with you on that one. And also Pac-Man Fever. I just feel like it was just beautiful. It was just cinematically a beautiful episode. Robert Singer did really well and Serge Ladouceur. They did really well with that episode just looked really good. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed that one a lot too.
And then my honorable mention is Bitten.
Oh, yeah?
Just because
especially after the special feature.
I like that found footage stuff anyway, but especially after the special feature.
Right.
Even more so. So
I remembered whenever that episode ended that you were like, I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that. All right.
What about yours?
I have a list of 5.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know which ones you were going to name off, and I didn't want to double dip. Us have to talk about them more than once, but I'll start with a similar format here as you.
Okay.
I have both Blood Brother and Citizen Fang on here. Benny.
Oh, I should have known that.
Benny.
Yeah.
Blood Brother was just super cute. Well, it wasn't super cute. It was really cool to see Dean and Benny come together because at this point, he had just been this mystery guy that woke up in his grave because Dean bled on him. And it's like, what the?
Yeah, that was a little left hanging.
Who is this guy? And I still need to know, why was he not resurrected naked in his grave? What? And so, yeah, just getting that more backstory of Purgatory, getting to see Dean and Benny together and seeing that they really were like brothers. Like they really were close, and him coming and helping him out and getting more of Benny's backstory, and just, I really enjoyed that episode. And I liked how that one looked as well.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interesting angles in that, as well as lighting, like that one room when they had all the shadows and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was just, I really enjoyed that episode. And then Citizen Fang. I know Martin pissed us off, but I also kind of love Martin still. He made me really mad, but I just loved that choice to bring back Martin.
Yeah.
And this whole Benny thing and him getting eager and trying to go for him and all of that.
Well, and I really liked that he found his great
granddaughter.
I thought that was really sweet.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
That he went back to his roots and tried to find some family. If he can't be hanging out with Dean, then what else am I gonna do?
Well, it's real nice of the coven to fuck it up for him,
Right, but that's one of those things. He was a big dude in a big ass coven, so it made sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I like those two. I knew you'd probably pick the Benny episode, so I was like, I'll steer clear of those.
I also had Pac-Man Fever on my list.
Oh, yeah, that was the one when I was looking at this, I was like, that's the only one.
Yeah, and then the other 2 that I have on my list, one of them you're not going to be surprised because it's the one that you made fun of me for, because at the end of every paragraph, I was like, I loved it.
I know. I knew that was coming.
Everybody Hates Hitler.
Yeah.
That episode was so fucking cute. I would have never thought that I would be like, oh my God, you remember that episode with the Nazis? It was so cute.
Yeah.
Because, fuck Nazis. But Everybody Hates Hitler. So cute. So cute. The Golem, I cannot remember the actor's name, but and Adam Rose, they nailed it.
You loved it.
I loved it. And it was at Antland, of course.
Oh, well,
of course. And then the last one I have on my list, again, just adding some unique things that we haven't seen before. Hanteri Hirochi.
Which one was this?
This was the one with Mike Jones, the telepath who was getting dementia and was making the cartoon stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Happening.
I forgot about that one.
And there was the cat, the dumbass.
I liked that one a lot.
Yeah. I made a little edit to, is it Nickelback? Where it's like, they said that a hero, whenever he comes in and saves them and has his powers back.
Oh,
I made myself cry doing that edit
Oh.
because I'm an adult.
That's funny because I think I remember when we were watching that one, in my mind I was thinking this will be one of my favorites at the end of the season, and I totally forgot about it.
Oh, I loved it. I went back through the list though, but yeah, I loved that episode. Wasn't that his character's name, or am I? It's Mike Farrell is the actor. Fred Jones. Fred Jones was the character name. Yeah, those were the 5 I have on my list. So lots of standout episodes for sure. And my complaint, Naomi, and then my long time running complaint with Supernatural is just, I understand why they did so many standalone episodes, filler episodes, so to speak, in the Kripke era, why like more than 50% of the episodes were technically considered filler and the rest were like the mythology of the season. But I just feel like now that the mythology, since they've done the apocalypse, has gotten a little bit more complicated, I really wish they would pull back a little bit on the filler episodes and have a little bit more consistency with the mythology episodes. Because yet again this season, it feels like we get to like episode 15 and are going, there's still all this unanswered stuff now up in the air. And in like the last 4 episodes, they have to cram in everything.
Yeah.
And that seems to have become a pattern with the show. And it is what it is. Like it doesn't make it not enjoyable, but just my processing time, I would do better if it was paced out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Rather than so compressed there in the end. But I enjoyed it. I liked the season. Okay, so now let's get to some of the stuff. The stuff. Now we're in this section of our show called The Stuff. We are up to 72 on the blood splooge count. We had 12 blood splooges in this season. Mr. Villy with the bank teller back in the Tiger Mom episode where they had to go to the auction and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There were 2 blood splooges in Southern Comfort, the angry wife with the car where she like...
Oh, yeah.
And the angry son with a shovel.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then we had in episode 7, Crowley blew up the potential prophet. It exploded all over everybody. In episode 8, Hunteri Hirochi, the heart that beat it and then it exploded and it was so chunky.
Ugh, yeah.
In LARP and the Real Girl, we got 2. The horse pulling off the limbs, the invisible horse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then in the police station, whenever that guy vomited blood all over the mirror. Ugh. In episode 14, we had the Hellhound attack.
Is that with Sam?
I don't think that's the one where he killed anybody. Or where he killed the Bloodhound. We aren't there.
Oh, okay.
It was when the Hellhound attacked somebody. Because we decided that Sam's wasn't a splooge. It was just like a gush.
Yeah.
In episode 15, we got 2 blood splooges whenever James Marilou Frampton was squeezing necks and somehow making them explode on his face. He made that happen twice. In episode 18, Victor, whenever he took himself out there at the end, we had a little blood splooge. In episode 20, Pac-Man Fever with the bloated belly poke.
Oh, yeah.
And then in episode 20...
Okay.
We should just record those separately for sound effects for video games or something. And then last but not least, our 72nd blood splooge of the Supernatural series in episode 22, when Tommy's head exploded.
Yikes.
We're getting up there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're going to hit 100 soon. And then our next little running list that we're keeping here are ideas for our American Horror Stories inspired revival. Here's what LA and I have collected throughout the season. We want to see an episode on Mrs. Tran's backstory. We want to see an episode on that Mayan god love story that we didn't get to really see much of. We want to see what happens to Kate the werewolf after she leaves her apartment. We want to see Benny's backstory with Andrea and their nest. We want to see Fred Jones, the cartoon guy. We want to see his backstory. Maybe see him do a hunt with John Winchester. 45. We're getting up there. We have over 50 ideas. We want to see the fairy tribunal.
Yep.
When that villain got taken away by the fairy, she was like, he has to go to the fairy tribunal. We were like, can we see that, please?
Yeah.
I want to see that. We want to see Henry and Josie go through their Men of Letters training. Like, we know when they showed up for that meeting, it was their initiation. They'd been through their training. They've done all their stuff. We want to see them do that. Aaron and his golem. I want multiple episodes on Aaron and his golem. We decided Portia and James, that we actually wanted to see their love story, her not being a dog and them fall in love and actually have chemistry together and being together so that we could root for them because we weren't in their episode.
Yeah, no.
Artemis, we want to see her backstory. We really enjoyed that character. AJ, the Reaper, maybe see him take Bobby to hell or something. See more from AJ. And then last but not least, we said we enjoyed the kind of where are they now thing with the clip show, and that it would be cool to see more people who they saved from previous episodes come back. And that's what we have on that.
Very nice.
We did it.
Yay.
We are done with season 8. We are not having another bonus episode. We didn't do a mid-season bonus episode because we wanted to catch up with season 8. We had kind of been lagging behind with our weekly episode releases there earlier in the season. So we prioritized catching up on our season 8 episodes. We already released our end of season bonus with Mr. Ben Edlund. So if you haven't listened to that interview, go check that out. It's already out. And coming up, we have our Supernatural Music Extravaganza, which is a 20th anniversary celebration of the TV series, where we're focusing on music. And it was something that we thought was going to be like 3, maybe 4 episodes. And it's more like 10 now. So, yeah, we did that to ourselves. But it's with reason, right? As we were starting to talk about, okay, who in the cast has music, does music, has a musical background or does music now? Who from the crew? Who, the composers, actually talking to people who were involved in music on the series, and who are people who've written songs inspired by the series. It was just like the list just kept getting longer and longer and longer. Like, it literally got to a point where we had to be like, oh my God, we have to stop. We cannot keep interviewing people. We have to start editing these episodes at some point. But that's coming out on Tuesday, November 11th. So bear with us through that. We are expecting that to last through the end of the year. So we will be back in January with season 9 of Denim-wrapped Nightmares. But please stick with us through the music extravaganza. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It should have some really interesting stuff and looking at the series through a different lens. To close it out, as we do with every finale, we're saying goodbye to those recurring characters who we don't expect to see next season. So first off, we're saying goodbye to Channing, Kevin's girlfriend, played by Lisa Neptuno.
Mrs. Tran, Linda Tran, played by Cara Ladeo in season 7, and Lauren Tom in season 8.
Samandriel, played by Tyler Johnston.
Martin Creaser, played by John Grease.
Tommy Collins, played by Graham Wardle.
Jenny Klein, played by Cindy Busby.
Sarah Blake, played by Taylor Cole.
Benny, played by Ty Olson. You should have gotten that one.
Josie Sands, not Abaddon. Abaddon smoked out to live another day, but Josie Sands, played by Elena Huffman.
Naomi, played by Amanda Tapping.
And last, but certainly not least, Meg Masters' demon, because Meg Masters has already gone away, but Meg Masters' demon, played by Rachel Miner. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to Denim-wrapped Nightmares.
Follow us on Twitter or Instagram, leave a review, and let us know how we can get involved in the fandom.
This was fun, jerk.
It always is, bitch.
They say that music is often the spark that lights the fire of the soul. And sometimes
the best therapy is a long drive and good music, and Supernatural's musical evolution expands beyond the TV series.
We interviewed musicians, crew, and cast members to hear directly from them how important music was and is to the SPN family.
In a multi-part Supernatural 20th anniversary special, we'll explore music that made the show, music inspired by the show, and music from the show's cast, writers, and crew.
Make sure you're subscribed to both Denim-wrapped Nightmares and In Defense of Fandom to catch every episode.
First episode drops November 11th, so you've got work to do.